my stories. So the one that just came to me while I'm sitting here is the turtle and the beaver. So I'm going to share that one, if I may. It's an old, well, it depends which native tribe you work with, because they all claim these stories. But since I'm primarily Lakota, I'm going to say it's a Lakota story. So there's this huge pond, huge, but the water's not moving. And the animals are looking around like, what's going on? And here's this big warrior beaver swimming around the pond. And he and the other beavers have built this huge dam, this big edifice, this city on the lake. And it stops, when they do that, it stops the water from moving. But they like it. That's how they like to be. Gives them that still water that they like to live in. Gives them places they can go hunting and fishing and eat. But a little while later, as these guys were swimming around and having a great old time, this turtle woke up from the bottom of the lake. This little lady turtle, this small lady turtle. And she came out of the mud like they do when they wake up in the spring. And she's sensing, what's going on around me here? This isn't my lake. Oh, there's no water moving. And so she starts swimming up to the top of the pond. And she gets up there and she looks and she sees all this mess on the far end of the pond. She's like, oh, well, that's not right. How do we ever take that down? And then she sees this big old beaver swimming at her. And the beaver comes up and he's all, what are you doing here? This is our pond. We built that dam. It's our pond now. And the turtle says, well, what about the rest of us? The turtles, the fish, everyone else in this pond. Strongest wind, and we built this pond. So, well, the rest of us have lived here for years. Where did you come from? We came in and we built the dam, so it's our pond now. You all go away. And so she's looking at him, this little muddy turtle, still not cleared of the mud from the bottom of the... She said, well, I'll tell you what. I'll race you. We'll go to one side of the pond, and I'll race you across the pond, and the first one to the other side wins. And if you win, we'll all leave. It's your pond. But if I win, you take down the dam. And you leave. Swim further upstream. Find what you need. So, of course, the beaver just starts laughing. Well, that's not a challenge. Oh, yeah, that's easy. Okay, let's do it, turtle. And they go over to the other side. Meanwhile, the rest of the animals are gathering and watching. And there's more turtles, and the beavers are over to the side laughing. And the fish are in the beginning of the water. And so they get ready. And they line up on the side of the pond. Big old beaver. Big, strong, powerful swimmer. He's got that tail. And this little old thin turtle next to him. Still dripping the mud off from the bottom of the lake. And they both jump in. And they're getting ready. And the big turtle from the lake comes up. And she's going to throw the flag so they can start. And everybody's quiet, and they're all watching. And then she throws the flag, and they take off. And Beaver's just shooting ahead. But Turtle comes up behind him, bites his tail. Ah! And Beaver throws his tail, and he's looking at, and he slows up a little bit, so Turtle catches up to him. And they go a little further, and Beaver's pulling out again. And again, as he goes by, she reaches out and bites his tail. Oh! When he wags his tail. What is that? And he's looking around, and again, as he slows up to look, Turtle comes up, catches up to him once again. And he's not sure what's going on, except he should already be over there. What's this little turtle even doing here? So he takes off now really fast, really trying to just hit it and be done. Let's get rid of the rest of these animals. And as he does, and he goes by her, this time she reaches out, but she doesn't nip his tail. She grabs it and holds it. And he's like, whoa! What is, and he starts to just flap his tail to get rid of this thing. And he flaps and throws it up over him. And sure enough, when he gets near the top, she lets go. Through the air, all the way to the other side, and lands there. And looks back at Beaver, who's still coming in. And Beaver, what the hell happened? What's the turtle doing over here? Not realizing even what had happened yet. And the rest of the animals are either cheering or the beaver are just turning and looking away. Because their super beaver lost. Turtle won. And Turtle's over there. Turtle said, okay, Beaver, take your dams down. Go upstream. There's got to be a place that'll work for you all too. But not here. This is our pond. And the turtle starts shaking, getting rid of the mud, standing bigger, standing stronger, coming into her power. Coming into her power on the side of the pond. And all the animals are watching the beaver start to take it down. And Beaver starts shining because she's found something new. She found a way to beat that big old beaver, and also inside herself. And so as this goes on, and Turtle starts to shake off the mud, she becomes this bright, shining turtle. And the rest of them are taking down the dam. And pretty soon, the dam's done, and they're gone. And Rainbow Turtle stands there. Says, yeah, it's done. That's it.